Gemini, my darling, how are you doing? I hope you're okay. We're going to deep dive into your love life right now because I am looking at a Gemini who has been balancing a loving relationship, scared to dive in, and there may be a divorce in the background, some resentment and jealousy, definitely a lot of worry. 9 of Swords out. If you are a tarot buff or a tarot nerd, or you just know the tarot cards for your benefit, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, the World card, 7 of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles. This is all the pre-shuffle, just to let me know you needed this today. Yeah, you got 2 10s, and one's water and one is Pentacles, Earth. So we're really talking about you balancing out a connection with the 2 of Pentacles straight away, and I intuitively got juggling a relationship. So I kind of saw 2 women, and I saw a baby mother kind of energy and a wife or a mistress, another woman. So I could be wrong, but we're going to deep dive with the tarot and a combination of different oracle cards just to find out what on earth's going on here. What's really nice overall though is you are really patiently, with the 7 of Pentacles, moving towards the 10 of Pentacles. You want to ground this relationship, yeah? But there's got to be an ending to something, and I feel like it's coming from truth and honesty, real integrity about what's gone on. There is somebody here that, I guess you're leaving a woman behind, and you have to accept that she's going to be on her own now, and there's going to have to be real conversations about this ending, because you're still going to have to give to her. So this could be spousal support, this could be inheritance money, what someone deserves. Hold on a minute, I just got the fact that this may not be love. Hold on, my goodness, love or career. This could be a business partner that's getting a payout. This could be a deal or contract that someone's moving away from. This looks like an ending. This could be what's the word? Retirement. But I'm looking for redundancy. That's the word I'm looking for. A partner, a connection, a relationship, a company director, someone part of the team, someone from the C-suite, someone on the board, someone you've partnered with. You're walking away and you're going in a direction where you're grounding down and committing to something that you've been seeing for a long time patiently. But as you do that, there is a resolution here. This person seems so lovely. So lovely. I want to look into this. There's young naivety here, and there's this gorgeous empress energy. It could be a daughter. You could have a child that you're letting go of, and they're moving out, and you're not going to control them anymore, and you're not going to give them any more money, but you're going to give them a little something just to tide them over, and then now it's on them. It's their responsibility to manage the rest of their life financially. You're going to give to someone who is really important to you, that you appear to love very much. This is rippling out. I really thought this was love, and it is, but I was going straight to the romantic. Love is a frequency, love is a vibration, love is all things. So for me to be naive enough to go, this must be you juggling or cheating, it's wrong. But there's an element of where you feel like you are cheating someone, because someone was a lot closer to you, someone you've babied and mollycoddled, yeah? Someone you've raised, taught, right? Someone you're taking the training wheels off of something and going full throttle on a project or something in business, and it started off really young and naive, but it really has got legs now. That's why the world card's here with the 21. A lot of worry though. Let's dive in. What an interesting start. Let's look at the 2 of Pentacles and this juggling. Ooh, flew out the deck. Really passionate is what I get. Really, really passionate. Wow, look at this. 9 of Cups, Queen of Wands, King of Cups, Page of Wands. There's 3 people involved in this situation, so it is presenting as more business related, and it is giving a need for balance. So I'm looking at something that needs to be balanced out in regards to career. And as we balance this out, an ending is born. Right? This is the Death card and the Temperance coming out with this, which is clearly saying whatever this emotional fulfillment was, this wish was that you've been juggling, it's now manifesting. But listen to this, because we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, which is conflictual energy. I want to offer, but I don't know how. I want to offer, but I don't know how. There's an imbalance of offering. And with that, Seven of Swords is coming out. There's lies about what can be offered. And there's lies about somebody else's position. Because there's been this holding back, hodl, waiting energy. Where decisions weren't made, but observations have taken priority. And there's always been this idea here to offer a little bit. I'll offer a little bit, but then no, I'll just move on. And you keep coming back to this person and you go, no, I'll offer a little bit. And then you feel like there's something making you resist and reluctant to do so. So you pull away, no, I won't make an offer. So this is two tiers, because there's romance here for some of you guys, and then this is strictly business and diving into an element of business that you love. Sometimes in business they say take the sentiment of the table. You love this institution, you love this person in business, you love the vibration they bring, the very sentimental, emotional, with the Eight of Swords in this deck. It's a very vulnerable, sweet, innocent, feminine, fragile energy, right? Mollycoddled, babied, supported, someone out on their own, a difficult situation to immerse yourself in or give to freely. So you've rested on your laurels, I want to see. There's been for the Four of Swords coming out, Four of Cups, there's been maybe ghosting, avoidance in communication, going really, really slow, because there's this inability to say the speak truth. And there's a lot of pressure here. This could be someone who wants to date a woman who is a single parent or highly independent on their own. And you don't want to easily just dive into a single parent relationship or with a really, really independent woman who's a little bit immature and juvenile and needs to be babied and loved on a lot. So, the World card, Queen of Cups, the Sun, Two of Wands. More recently, you've realised that this is the way and this is what you want, because we've come from the Three of Wands and you going back and forth on this for a long time, with the Six of Pentacles going, what do I give, with the starting cards of being Two of Pentacles. Oh, give, take, yes, no. But what's predominantly featuring in this spread is every time money is on the table, emotions follow. And they're beautiful emotions. Early on, there's a lot of other people involved in here, and you had to find temperance and balance with these other individuals, family, friends, kids, team members, the rest of the board, whatever it is. You've been going back and forth with this. But with the Two of Pentacles coming out with the Ten of Cups, that's beautiful. You see the beauty in what this is. And then as you evolve and you start accruing more wealth in your life, you have more fear about how you and this other person connect and synergize and become one. So you go back and forth. I want to give, I don't. I want to give, I don't. I want to give, I don't. But then we reach the 21, the World card, and we've got Queen of Cups, the Sun. Once again, we've completed this cycle, and now we're looking at a Queen of Cups, this juvenile feminine, male or female, a really emotional, sentimental individual, independent, out on their own, with a lot of burdens and a lot to carry. They're doing great things, but they've just reached completion, because now they're Queen of Cups, and the Sun follows them. Yeah? That's God, that's faith, that's happiness, that's belief. And we've shifted from the Three of Wands to the Two of Wands, which is now talking to us about a clear, steady direction. Whether we go left or right, we are stable and grounded. It's beautiful. And to finish that off, we've got the Star on top of the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles with the Empress. This is so beautiful. It suggests that waiting is a really important thing. Hodling's really important. This person was incredibly burdened. This person was in, or you were, in King of Swords energy. So you were reluctant, withdrawn, icy, contemplating what life would be like working on something like this, working with someone like this, yeah? So if you're going to go into a relationship and commit to love with this person, career should be love. So I like the way this is showing up today. But if it isn't love and it's, you're going to have to love that child. That's not your child, but you're going to have to learn to love them. If you want to be in a relationship with someone and they've got a kid, that kid's now yours. You have to deal with that kid all the time. And you have to treat that child like they're your own. You have to love that child like you love that person. That's your family now. You're committing to so much more than you could ever believe you're committing to. That's painful. Yeah? A lot of people in relationships, I'm sorry, but if, like, let's be honest, if I could have a preference, I want to be with a man that has no kids. And as I age, I realise how rare that continues to be. Why would I want to be with someone who's already got kids? No offence. No offence. But I want the vibration to be the lightest and the easiest, and that's kind of what's we can say here. It's easier, isn't it, if you come into it with just two entities, two bodies, two people, two peas in a pod potentially, then it's gorgeous. But now there's another P in here, and you both didn't create that P together. Someone else is bringing in another vibration. You've got to account for that, and that's in some instances. Some of you, this is somebody else's project, somebody else's business, someone else's investment plan, someone else's, I'm getting care homes in my head. Sorry, guys. Weird, but somebody else's caring plan. Like if you're getting with someone who's got a disability, if you're getting with someone who has a dependent or has to care for other people or does charity work or has a reputation in the public eye, if you marry a politician or an MP or a senior citizen or someone who's ill or unwell, if you marry someone who's on trial and could go to prison. I mean, if you meet someone in prison and choose to date them, you're carrying burdens. You're dating someone who's going through fucking divorce. Someone's in the middle of a divorce and they're already pregnant with your kid. I mean, my God. The burden, someone's already got a bag full of children and they're saying, yeah, let's be together, move in and live with me. Really? God, I don't have a lot of hope and faith in people like I used to. I'm so sorry. I'm so mean-spirited. In my head, I'm like, I can't think of anything worse. Like, I really worry about mind frame and people and mental health and family dynamics. And I've seen abuse on so many layers and studied abuse and in so many different degrees of unfreedom, that it worries me sometimes how naively people can get into relationships and have toxic partners that they bring around their children and that they let into their home. And don't worry, you be with me. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay any bills. You come in and move in with me and my kids. I'm not going to worry about how my kids are flourishing, how my kids are coping with you being here. I'm not going to slowly ease into this and see how you build and communicate and build a relationship with my kids. I'm just going to throw you in at the deep end and we're all going to be one happy family and we're going to get married. I've come from a step-parent background that was very traumatic and very abusive for me growing up. So unfortunately, I'm the opposing construct of accounting for that. I love blended families, and when I see blended families, it makes me tear up and incredibly emotional because I think it's so beautiful and amazing when it can be achieved. But I haven't benefited from that in my personal life, and what I've experienced is the opposing construct, and it's sad. You know, so it's about that, and however you can turn blended families into blended businesses, blended corporations, blended intellectual property, blended stocks and bonds. Ugh, God forbid. Oh, God, no. Ugh, keep your money away from my money. Oh, what do you mean? No, don't stake that near me. Get your own wallet. Why are we... Do not touch my cold wallet, please. Are you joking? Get away from the safe. Find your own. My anxiety is rising, everybody. I'm going to start talking about ETF baskets and what isn't and isn't appropriate. No. Get your own degrees of freedom. Get off of mine. Okay? So it's the balance of all of these things in life and what is yours and what is theirs and where's the harmonious evolution of the two. Because when you do things right in life, yeah, and you integrate and you do blend, you bring qualities of you and qualities of them and you come together and you create a viscapiscus and it's beautiful and it's harmonious and it's lovely, and then you evolve. And then you go to Metatron and Tree of Life or the Seed of Life, and you keep flourishing and the circles keep coming. And we are living in a chakra system and a tree of life. And the Merkle tree is flourishing and the neural networks are latticing. And we are living the dream, which is apparently chaos, but it seems pretty fucking orderly to me. So it's about seeking balance. And you've done that. I'm excited for you because the moon's significant. So this is going to drop on the full moon day. It's going to have to, because... it's screaming full moon significant. Over the next 30 days from this full moon, very, very powerful situation going on. Yeah? An awakening to whatever trauma or heartache has been going on, yeah? Is sparking a new beginning finally. This has taken ages. Three of Swords all over the past, followed by the Ace of Wands in the present. So you haven't been able to move on this. This has been a massive hodl, which is just holding on for dear life through whatever the fuck this is, because this person has been going through a major transformation from the woman in the Eight of Swords card to becoming the woman in the Queen of Cups. That's a massive transformation that you've been witness to. Male or female, someone you've been dealing with, potentially even you, have had to go through that ascension cycle. Painful. You've had to level up with Eight of Swords surrounding you to become the Queen of Cups. And you've done that. And as a result, you get a rebirth. Yeah? Meditate frequently. Or be more mindful. Speak your truth. Be a little bit more forthright when speaking. When you have that opinion and that idea, don't stall on it. Just say it. Don't even put your hand up. Shout out. I hate when people say put your hand up. No, shout out. Every time I do anything, I'm like, shout out, guys. Please, shout out. If you've got something to say, splurt it. It's my favourite thing when people just splurt shit out. And then because I'm a splurter. Sounds inappropriate. I don't mean it in any inappropriate way, but I just splurt. That's how I go. Get it out. Receive it. I love when the room is hustling and bustling and everyone is talking freely and everyone has no taper or tether on the tongue and they're just singing their truth. And they've just had a thought or a vision, an epiphany, a moment in the mind space, and they just said it. They didn't go, can I just cut in the middle of the board meeting? Can I put my hand up? Can I say something after you? Can I just follow up on that? Say it. Is it okay if... No, fucking speak, scream it. Wait, hold on. I just thought about this. Go, productivity, pace, momentum, purpose, drive. There's justice here, as I say that. And the Six of Pentacles now coming up with the justice. With the Queen of Swords, there's been a lot of resistance and a reluctance to move forward with whatever this was, and that was the right decision because things take time and healing was essential. We've now shifted from the Queen of Swords to the Ace of Swords, and we're back at the Nine of Swords. Healing was a must. This person was trapped in a lot of psychological trauma and torment, yeah? Life isn't easy. So imagine if this person is a single mum, for example, once again, spin that story into how it makes sense and what it means to be others being dependent on this individual. Okay, I'm so sorry. I was just interrupted by the door and had something to deal with. But now I'm back. So let's just wrap this up with a moral, yeah? There's been a lot of healing that's had to go on. And it has taken a real evolution for two people, an older person and a younger person, wrapped up in intellect and deep emotions, to overcome a lot of trust and insecurity in their own lives and in their own personal and business relationships, for them to move through worry, walk away from limiting past constructs, to come to a wise, emotional, intellectual decision that is now going to be victorious, okay? There's communication to be had, but the truth is, you are now awakening to what it means to be unique, what it means to be different, and what it means to take a risk. Although you didn't take a risk, you observed. You kept up with the observations. Is that the right way to put it? It's a weird thing to say, but you observed something and you were consistent at observing something, and your approach that you've taken, although it wasn't gung-ho and rushing in because work had to be done independently on both sides of this connection, you've seen enough. And what you've seen is how beautiful it is to blend, to be different, to be unique, and not to judge a book by its cover and make an assumption that everyone's the same. Yeah? And we are all so different in this world, and it's so easy to assume that everybody's linear and everybody's one way, and whatever they say or do is tarnish them with that brush and forever they become that. But what was nice about this reading was the fact that we could look at that 8 of Swords, fragile human, and then see them evolve and see them become more, see them learn to master their emotions. And that's what's gone on here. And as a result, you've grown. Observing other people is how we grow. Role models, yeah? Many of us need I know I need role models. The last thing I'll say on the outro, which is always really, really important to me, and I feel like it always gets me into so much trouble because, I don't know, people don't like it. It makes people uncomfortable. People look at me like I'm chatting shit or don't believe it, or just no one does it. But I really give people a lot of props quite frequently because I value their contributions to humanity. Yeah? Like, sounds obnoxious coming from me, but a lot of the time in my career and in life and in relationships, I see what people have done or the potential in someone, and I'm loving. Like, I feel like I'm overly loving sometimes, overly giving, overly emotional, overly communicative, overly receptive. I love this about you and I love that about you. I can't believe you built this. This is amazing. There's this high vibrational element that we all have that we could use as a driver forward. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't see the amazing qualities of that individual. You built this company all by yourself. You're a single parent and you've gone through all of this by yourself after what you've been through. I've heard stories of single parents. I've come from a single parent home. So I will champion a single parent doing great things. I aspire to be a leading corporation and powerful CEO. So if I do see a CEO doing amazing things, I'm going to champion you. Because I value your contributions to the field, because I'm also doing the field work. Yeah? A real powerful aspect to me in life has been my ethnography, learning what ethnography was and ethnographic research, because, and it's a massive overlap between ethnography and shamanism for me. Because in both aspects of being an ethnographic researcher and an antidepressive researcher as well, and a shaman, is you just sit in the field. You survey the data. You survey the lands. You acknowledge the variables. You acknowledge the entity. You acknowledge the human. You become one with that human by having a real authentic conversation and being transparent. Yeah? So my approaches are not always well received. So take that as you may not always be well received for your approaches because they're too out there. I'm the way I am because I've done tarot reading for a long time. So my immediate response when I meet someone and anyone is building that immediate rapport, and it's that initial engagement, those initial questions in the conversation. How are you? How are you feeling? What have you been up to? And it's the ability to hear what they're saying and respond in kind and extend the conversation through alternative scopes. Yes, I could say, how is the weather? How are you today? But I'm programmed to go more in depth. A lot of people hate that shit. And when I receive that, whether early or late into the conversation, when I finally get the brush off or acknowledge they are not comfortable with my approach, then I'll pull away and I'll say, okay, namaste, you are not quite for me and my vibration. You do not like my overly sentient approach. But in the moments where people are receptive, and for a long time they haven't had that rapport and anyone who gave a fuck beyond the mundane, then we're winning and we've connected and actually it's genuine and I'm being transparent and hi, I'm here. Guess what? I'm real. I like real things. I like real conversations. I like real positivity. I'm not fucking shitting you. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not capping. This isn't a lie. This isn't a plot. This isn't a scheme. This isn't me trying to overthrow you. This isn't me trying to steal your money. This isn't me trying to take from you in any way. I know. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe I'm fucking genuine, guys. I'm a genuine person. Even harder to believe because I'm fucking obnoxious and really rude and I love to swear. So it's going to take you a while to adjust, guys. But it is who I am. So bear that in mind moving forward for you and this person, because the power is in that unique self-perception, that unique identity, those unique markers, yeah? The statistically significant findings that have brought you here today are outliers on the plot. Yet they are incredibly significant. So lucky you. You have proved your hypothesis, it feels like, right? You're winning. You've succeeded. You've discovered something really, really important. And that is going to pave a way for a much healthier humanity and much healthier relationships in your life. So go forth and prosper, my friends. Love and light. I'll be back soon with more.